Hello?
Yo.
Yo guys, it's the Joe Rogan reaction channel back with another episode of a racist's cops. So yeah, we're gonna check this out. Link in the description.
I thought we were on No Jumper.
Oh yeah. And also follow our Pornhub and OnlyFans. It would be very much appreciated.
Word that I called him on the album was on that song.
The
was
fuck?
One of the things where I felt like this might be too far, because in my quest, in my quest to hurt him, I realized that I was hurting a lot of other people by saying it. It was one of the things that I kept going back to, going, I don't feel right with this.
A wise but fictional man once said, "You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain." And if any rapper is acutely familiar with the situation, it's Mr. Marshall Mathers III, otherwise known as Eminem. Both the biggest superstar that the genre has ever produced, and a figure that large sections of hip-hop's fan base love to hate.
I'm sorry,
His recent career has seen audiences either view his run of releases as evidence that he's still the GOAT, or believe that he represents everything that's holding back progress.
Yeah, Eminem has to be the greatest country singer of all time, hands down.
But now, M has found himself under the microscope of a new set of critiques that, rather than growing up with M's music and watching him rise from a deranged young MC to an elder statesman, are just discovering that being social, in the cordial sense, has never been Shady's strong suit. Brought about by Gen Zers discovering his lyrics on Love the Way You Lie, where he ties his girlfriend to a bed and sets the house on fire. TikTokers campaign
Gen Z, bro.
Gen Z, first off, fuck you. Okay?
You're a bunch of cunts.
Yeah, fuck y'all. Like, y'all literally, like, not all, obviously, there's probably normal,
Not all.
yeah, there's probably normal Gen Z people, but
I mean, we are normal Gen Z, technically.
yeah, facts.
Like, if you're like,
as it is to hear them take issue with a line that doesn't even scratch the surface of the joy that M took in the murder fantasy of Kim, Criminal, or any number of tracks from the Chaotic Relapse, what's even stranger is that we're witnessing a group attempt to take down an MC that, simply put, is far too ingrained into popular culture to ever be placed in danger by something he said years ago.
They're just playing old Eminem lyrics and doing what outrage culture does.
Yep.
Trying to build a case against Eminem. But I'm gonna tell you why that will never work. That's Eminem's whole shtick.
Eminem was one of the wildest people in history.
You're not gonna build a case against Eminem. You know why? Because all the people who have the power, I guess, to cancel, whatever the that means.
Bro, canceling can't even do shit, bro. Like, what's it gonna do? Like, they can't hurt you, bro. Like, honestly.
And plus, look, wait, pause it. Every time I see a picture of like a cancel culture wussy pussy, they always have skinny arms.
For real, bro. They can't even fight.
And they think dressing up in the furry costumes would help.
How M has reached this unimpeachable status in hip-hop and wider culture in general, we only need to single out 3 characteristics of the popular image of Eminem in 2021.
Yo, Joseph, are you good, bro?
We have the resilience
of
greater diversity. As when it comes to weathering storms of public rage, M's been honing his skills since 1997. In the process, developing his own unique methods of response and forums through which he can communicate what he meant to an attentive public that would likely shoot newer MCs.
I love Eminem, bro. He's gotta be one of the best rappers,
known to liberally sprinkle his music with homophobic slurs, lines about violence.
Alright, Daddy whoa! Never mind. Alright, Joe Tough gets muted for the rest of the video.
Who's that?
and some very graphic depictions of sex and human abuse, his music has been a source of debate in both suburban homes and in the highest.
Yo, are you good, Blaze? You're dying, bro.
Glad we're appalled that Elton John would even share the stage with EMINEM, whose words and actions were said to promote hate and violence against the LGBTQ community. There's always
who said what?
in the highest offices of the country. Closely aligned with the days we're glad we're appalled that Elton John would even share the stage with EMINEM, whose words and actions were said to promote hate and violence against the LGBTQ community.
Bro, are you being
There's
serious?
always been an undercurrent of people that wanted to see M's reign at the top of the end. While for the rest of us, there was an understanding that his art, like much of TV, film,
real, bro,
in between, doesn't necessarily represent the real person behind the bars. Nevertheless, it didn't deter people such as Joe Gary, the then executive director of GLAAD, encouraging companies who to consider the signal that it sends to the groups he's offended. M's hate-filled lyrics have only brought many people together in opposition, she said ahead of a protest of his Grammys performance with Elton John in 2001. They've all raised the issue of corporate responsibility for marketing this kind of product. Held 20 long years ago, the protest serves as an example of how M has always been able to escape.
Hate is not a hip. Oh my god, bro, these signs are so cringe. There's no way someone made this sign. Hate is, oh my god. No, bro, you can't be serious, bro. Look at this dude's player build, bro.
Always been able to escape being held accountable by his critics. While GLAAD's demonstration showed that there were communities that felt Eminem's presence was damaging, and the coinciding with places such as Sheffield University opting to ban his music from being played, it did little to stop his endorsement deals and lucrative contracts. Beloved by generations of rebellious teens, but hated by a vocal minority, power brokers weighed up the potential of alienating a certain portion of the audience against the profits that come from working with M. And sure enough, they picked the rewards. And if he was too big to tear down then, he's certainly irrepressible now. As in the years since his initial firestorm of controversy that followed the Marshall Mathers LP's release, M has gone on to sell over 100 million units, making him the most successful artist of the 2000s, bar none. Then, when forced to defend his use of homophobic slurs, such as those he made towards Tyler the Creator on Fall, racially charged lyrics in years, or anything in between, he's been granted to explain himself that many of those who cancel culture could have only dreamed of. Plus, when it came time for him to explain the rationale behind his lyrics about the Manchester Arena bombing at an Ariana Grande show and the album titled Accommodating, M covered his own back via a press release that let the world know that the record and the album Music to Be Murdered By as a whole wasn't intended for everyone. This album was not for the squeamish. If you are easily offended or unnerved at the screams of bloody murder, this may not be the collection for you.
For real, that's all you...
have been designed to shock
just don't listen to it. Why don't... Bro.
But away from
if you don't like pause it. Like, if you don't like him, why are you still listening to him and getting like attention? Well, trying to get his attention, basically.
For real, bro.
Even though you don't like him. And bro, I was still dying for the act too. on that pages. So my bad, guys. We'll continue on to the reaction as normal.
And the audience's willingness to hear him out. Another key aspect of why M's words don't result in as much backlash as someone else's would is something that, when you're familiar with the context in which Eminem's track exists, can normally go unspoken. Here, we have what we'll call the alter ego defense. Throughout his entire career, M has drawn a clear distinction between Marshall Mathers, the person, and Slim Shady, the chainsaw-wielding psychopath, through which he explores the darkest sides of his mind. If this is something that he'd said after the fact, when the controversies began to mount, then it'd easily be discredited. But as his closest comrades in D12 have explained, the persona has been a key part of M's artistry ever since he began to carve out a buzz. creating a monster that set himself apart from the crowd without representing the real person behind the pen.
M was really like a straight up cool cat. The frustration came out when he started getting the criticism about the infinite. And it's kind of soft when you sound like this person, sound like that person.
Basically, the whole, thing with D12 is basically everybody have an alter ego. So basically try to be ability to be a person, different, completely different from who you are. So that's what he took Shady.
Granted creative license in a way that avoids hip-hop's easy obsession with real, Slim Shady has allowed Eminem to explore the depraved avenue without fear of anyone believing that it's a page taken out of his own life. But where his stature in the game and his use of an alias certainly helps, the real reason why Eminem is immune to cancellation is that not only does he have the support of his fans, but he is almost universally respected by his peers. When a rapper speaks out against Shady, it becomes worldwide news due to the anticipation of him responding, and the fact that despite his 20 plus years in the game, it's still a bit of a rarity to hear MCs try to bring him down. As a result,
Eminem has a huge fan base.
Campaigns against him from everyone from Ja Rule to Nick Cannon have proven ineffective, as has former brand Nubian MC Lord Jamal's attempt to wage a one-man war against the man that he sees as a guest in the house of hip-hop. Brought to the surface via a string of appearances on Vlad TV, Jamar made his own bid to capitalize on the idea of cancellation by trying to use a picture of Eminem wearing a Will Smith mask as grounds for his expulsion.
What the hell?
Of black people.
What?
A white dude wearing any kind of black mask is problematic. I just want.
What is this dude talking about? He said he wants to frame Eminem. What the fuck?
Could it be explained? I know at the time, a lot of people in hip hop, black people, look at Will Smith as kind of corny, very straight laced type of hip hop. But that's for us to do. You crossed the line that maybe one of us could have did, but you as a white guy can't.
But while Lord Jamar...
What did this dude just say? Bro, there's no way this dude is being real, bro. What the fuck?
You crossed the line that maybe one of us could have did, but you as a white guy can't do that.
But while Lord Jamar has been adamant that M doesn't deserve his place, he's essentially just one man that's clinging on.
Isn't that fucking racist, bro? So he's saying just because Eminem's white, he can't rap or some shit? Bro, that's fucking racist, bro. What the fuck?
Amid an endless procession of love and respect for M, that's just too great to overcome. Look at Eminem. He grew up around the culture his whole life. Jay-Z declared to GQ when asked about...
Yo, Blaze.
Yo.
Don't you think that's racist?
What?
This dude's basically saying just because he's white, he can't rap?
That's like kind of being like racist and being stereotyped.
A lot of people in hip hop, black people, look at Will Smith as kind of corny, very straight laced type of hip hop. That's for us to do. You crossed the line that maybe one of us could have did, but you as a white guy can't.
But while Lord Jamar has been adamant that M doesn't deserve his place, he's essentially just one man that's clinging on amid an endless procession of love and respect for him that's just too great to overcome. Look at Eminem. He grew up around the culture his whole life. Jay-Z declared to GQ when asked about white people attempting to enter hip-hop's ranks. He's not capitalizing off the culture, in my opinion. It's what he is.
Capitalizing off the culture. Bro, that's fucking racist, bro.
It's his life. Declared as the GOAT by rappers from all sectors of the game, it's also important to remember that M can't be erased from the history books in the way that cancel culture demands when he's been instrumental in the careers of other legends. Beyond his status as the man that helped revive Dre's career and Aftermath's misfortunes in the late 90s, he's also the mentor of one of the men that defined the generation immediately after him, 50 Cent.
Another legend.
50 will always go to bat for the man that he believes is responsible for the majority of his success.
The one Grammy I have is for Crack the Bottom. I couldn't even have that without him. You know, and that's why I have so much value for him, not just in my career, just in my life. He's the only person that did things that I wanted to do. He had the Marshall Mathers LP with 23 million records, so with flags all around, actually, the plaque, and I was like, yo, I want that kind of success. And I know I had to go door to door to get it, because when I am, hip-hop is black music, without question. And unfortunately for some people, it's tough to accept that you got a white artist that does it better than black artists. That's what it is.
Praise for both his own diamond-selling catalog and his contributions to making hip-hop into such a dominant force in culture as a whole.
Bro, why do people have such a fucking problem with him being white?
I know, like, bro.
Bro, that's weird as fuck.
But through his occasional
like, bro.
not.
That's so
Speaking on a
controversial.
pre-radio show, Nicki spoke of how it's refreshing to work with rappers who rap. I love a man who is humble enough, even when he's that rude, to let a woman shine. EMINEM, I will always love you for what you did in all these things, majesty.
Wait.
Although this is only a tiny sample of the praise that we can draw from them, the purpose it serves is to display that no matter what anyone's personal stance on shady may be, his acclaim and respect is so widespread that it's out of anyone's grasp. In particular, that of social media users that are looking to diminish his legacy, and of M's tendency to take his critics to task on his more recent projects as anything to go by. There's every chance that his would-be enemies on TikTok will just serve as fuel for his...
Yeah, honestly, if you're trying to attack EMINEM for his past lyrics, go fuck yourself. You're a loser, get a life, get bitches, bro. Like, yeah, you're a school shooter. Yeah, you earn a school threat badge. You are never gonna amount to nothing in life. Just, yeah.